Hello guys, I'm Joss and today I will show you how to route Superior Drummer 2 on Reaper while using only one instance of it. Yeah! There are many reasons why you would want to use only one instance, the most important being CPU and RAM consumption reduction, but other than that you're able to edit its output individually, which is really needed for any medium to larger scale projects of course. So make sure to view the video in the highest quality so that you can see what I'm doing. But I will be explaining what I'm doing on the way as well. So let's start by opening Reaper. Duh. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add two tracks. And there are tons of ways to do it, like double click 2 times, or like right click, insert multiple tracks, select 2, okay. Or you can actually press Ctrl plus T on Windows twice. So yeah, there are tons of ways, but just add 2 tracks. Okay. The first one is gonna be our folder track, meaning that it's gonna contain all the drum related stuff we have on our project, like percussion, samples, Superior, and whatever else we might have. Because we like organization, yeah. So this is gonna be drums. Nice. Name it drums. Double click over here and write drums. So this one is gonna be the Superior host, meaning that it's gonna host Superior. Since we have only one instance, this track is gonna host it and no one else. So let's click FX and type Superior, which I've already written over here. Okay. And you're not gonna have this one most probably. So yeah, ignore that. You're gonna have this one. VSTI Superior Drummer 2 Tune Track 32 out. If you don't have that, well, maybe you should check your installation. Okay. Click OK. And now we have the Superior loading up. Oh yeah, realistic. Oh yeah, so good. Misha. Okay, so nice. Let's rename this to Superior host. Yeah. And before we move on, actually, let's move it over here. Yeah. My camera. Go to the mixer. And as you can see, let's move all the way to the right, and you can count. These ones are the output buses, and if you count them out 1, 2, 3, 4, blah 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 blah, there are 16 of them. Because since we loaded a 32 out version, it means that we have a 32 mono out version, which is 16 pairs. 2, 1. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, we're gonna see. So close this one, and since we have 16 output pairs, we're gonna right click, insert multiple tracks, and we're gonna add, yeah, you guessed it, 16 tracks, one for each output bus. Make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is scroll all the way down and click on the last track, and while clicking on the after you click on the last track, scroll all the way up and hold shift, at least on Windows key, and click on the Superior host track. Bam! And now you've selected all of them. And now what you're gonna do is click and hold the Superior host track and move it upwards, just beneath the drums track. And as you can see, the blue line is like aligned a bit to the right, not like this, like that. Okay, nice. And then let it go. Let it go. And there we go. So now, officially, the drums track is a folder track now, I guess. So you can minimize that. Oh, nice. Okay, there we go. Now what we're gonna do is name our tracks. So there are actually many ways to do it. My way of doing it is like having it 001, since this is the first output like bus, and have it like, let's say, kick, if it's gonna host the kick bus. So for now, let's leave that alone. And yeah, 001, and a little trick, you can hit the tab button and it's gonna move to the next one. So this is gonna be 002. Yeah. And tab, next one, 3. And yeah, oops, I messed it up again. 2. I'm not a smart guy. It's gonna be 4. And this is gonna be 5. And come on, 6. So yeah, while I'm doing it, you can do it faster probably yourself. Yeah, 10, 11, yeah, 12, 13, 14. Hopefully we're gonna get up to 16, 15, 16. Nice. So if you have less than 16, well, maybe you should check if you named something twice. If you have more than that, then maybe you should check if you named something twice. If you named everything correctly and you have less than that, add one more channel or as many as you're missing. Or if you have more than that, just delete them. But yeah, if you follow my steps, you're not gonna have any more than that. So yeah, we've named our tracks. Now what we're gonna do is like make it so that the superior host channel output channels, like these ones over here, the out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, send their output, of course, to the corresponding tracks. So the first one, the out 1, 2, is gonna send their output to the first channel over here. The second one, the 3, 4, is gonna send over here. And yeah, and so on. 5, 6 to the third track, and so on. 7, 8 here. So, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go to the route over here, the route button. Yeah, nice. And first of all, whoops. Okay, there we go. And first of all, as you can see, we have the sends over here. Send, because we need the superior host to send the sound, the output to the tracks. See, it makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna use the send like window over here, and we're gonna add a new send, and we're gonna add the we ignore the drums track because we don't need it, and we'll go to the 001. Okay, so this is the first part. Now the superior host, meaning the superior plugin, is sending the sound to the first track, but which output is it using? I mean, which bus over here is sending the sound to the first one? And we can see that over here. This one, where it says audio 1, 2, that means that the first over here is sending the sound to the first track over here. Make sense? It will make sense in a bit. So, okay, click here. Okay, so now, since we have 16 pairs, and let's say the other way, we have 32 mono tracks, we're gonna go over here and select the 32. Trust me on this one, just trust me, okay? So, we go, then add new send, and actually we're gonna do the same for all the tracks. Oh yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just follow along, 7, all of them up until 16, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Nice. So what do we have here? As you can see, we've made it so the superior host sends the output of, let's see, audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2, the output of the first output from superior to all the tracks. So if I'm gonna hit like the kick, yeah. It muted because, yeah, it was gonna be too loud. Yes, because it sends the output to all of them, to 16 tracks. So now what we're gonna do is first of all, we're gonna map over here the different like output buses to the correct tracks. So we want the second bus, the 3, 4, going to the second track. So we go to the second track, the 002, as you can see over here, and select audio. You guessed it, 3, 4. And on the other one, on the third track over here, we want the third bus. So this is gonna be the 5, 6. And not this one, that one. So 003, 5, 6. And just to make it a bit faster, as you can see, there is a trick. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's make it like that. 7, 8. Hopefully you understand why. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Hopefully I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It goes up by 13, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Don't worry, you're gonna do this only once and you're gonna save the preset and you're gonna load it bam like that exactly each time you want it. So this is gonna be done only once. Okay, 27, 28. So this is 29, 30. And yeah, everything went right because the last one is 31, 32. Nice. So to check again, just count. You know how to count to, like, what was it? 32? Hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sorry if I'm scrolling too fast. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, blah, blah, 31, 32. Nice. So what does that mean? That its output over here is now assigned to the correct output track. So out 1, 2 goes to out 1, to 0, 1, I mean. Out 3, 4 goes to 0, 2. 5, 6, 0, 3. 7, 8, 0, 4, and so on. Okay, but if you have the default like setup of Superior, it has all the instruments, like all the instruments going to the output 1, 2, as you can see. What output 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, I mean, if I hit anything, it just goes to output 1, 2, as you can see. So we're gonna have to fix that. And actually, this depends on your like project and on what stage of your project you're working. So if this is pre-production, I'm just gonna map all the kicks together, all the snare together, all the hats, etc. But if it's on like the production and I'm on the mixing stage, I maybe wanna like edit the KD in and KD out separately. So that means that I'm gonna have to map them to two different outputs. And the same goes for the toms, because I might want to edit like the floor toms individually so that I make them like boom boom. Yeah. The language of sound. Anyway, so for now we're gonna map some tracks together. Supposedly we're working on a pre-production stage. So all the kick drums together, all the snare tracks together, the tom tracks together, etc. So KD1, we start from the first available like output track, output bus, sorry, and we move on. So KD1, KD out, KD in, KD out, KD sub, they're all gonna go to out 1, 2. So this is fine. But now we move on to the snare. The snare, we need a new available like output for the snare, which is, since 1, 2 is used for the kick, we're gonna use 3, 4, of course. Out 3, 4. Out 3, 4, snare drum, out 3, 4. So we have KD out 1, 2, out 2, out 1, 2 for all the kick drum tracks, and we have the snare on the 3, 4. So if I hit the snare, we're gonna see, okay, first of all, which track over here is responsible for the second output bus. You guessed it, the 0, 2, second 0, 2. So if I hit the snare, we're gonna want the second track to light up. So, oh, nice. But now you see that the first one lights up as well. And don't worry, we didn't do anything wrong. That's because of the ambient, which is still mapped to the first track. So yeah, we're gonna fix it on the way. So let's move on for the next one. We have the hats. The next free output bus is, since we use the 3/4 for the snare, you guessed it, 5/6. And oh, okay, I forgot to name them. So this one is kick. This one, oops. There we go. This one is snare, and this one is the hats. Okay, kick, snare, hats, and output 5/6. So yeah, this is mapped correctly because if you remember, okay, I'm not gonna do this for all the tracks, but yeah, output 5/6 is the third output bus, which is routed to the third track. Yeah, so if I hit the hat, there you go, it lights up. And the first track lights up again because of the ambient and it's not mapped, and we're gonna fix it, no worries. So we follow this procedure for all the other tracks, meaning now we have the toms, which are gonna map to the next available free out bus, which is, since we use 5/6 for the hats, is gonna be 7/8, sorry. Okay, 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 7/8. So we have RT1, 2, 3, floor tom 1, 2. So, okay, the next one, as you guessed it, this is gonna be the tom track. And if I hit the toms, oops, I hit the snare. There we go. And we're gonna load that one as well. Okay, so it lights up, which means that everything is fine. And then we have the overheads, which is gonna go to a new like out track. The next free is 9/10 because we use 7/8 for the floor tom, for the toms, sorry. And yeah, this is gonna be the overheads. And if we hit the overheads, it lights up, yeah. And now we have the ambient, and this is what's gonna fix the sound going to the first track, because we're gonna map them to the next free available blah blah blah, 11/12, 11/12, 11/12, even the mono, okay, and the bullet, which is not used as it is. So all of them go to 11/12. So this is the ambient track. And sorry, what you're gonna see is if you hit the like kick, you see the ambient lights up. But now if I hit the snare, the kick channel doesn't light up, and that was because of the ambient. And yeah. But however, if you hit the kick, you're gonna see that the snare track lights up, and that's because of the bleed. We have some bleed over here. See? Okay, and that if you know how Superior works, you were gonna know this anyway. So yeah, guys, and as you can see, we have 10 channels left. But that's what I meant in the beginning. If you're gonna if you are on like on the production stage where we're about to mix the drum kit, you might wanna like separate some of the components over here. Like the toms are gonna be separated, so you're gonna have like 4 tracks for the toms, not a single one for all of them, etc, etc. So yeah, that's why we have 10 spare, but it's good to have them available. I mean, it doesn't take any space or anything. So how you're gonna save it is like click on the on the last track as you did before, and hold shift and select up to the drums folder. Okay, so now you have selected all of them, or you can just select all of them individually by holding control. Right click, and see here it says save tracks as track template. Easy. Click that and save it as Superior or whatever you want, 16 out. Okay, save. So now what you're gonna do, it's really easy. You're gonna go here, insert track from template, and you have it over here. So now it's really easy to add it again. You don't have to do it twice. Nice, guys. Anyway, so this is it. Hopefully I helped you, because this is a really good way to process everything. I mean, if you're gonna have some other plugin like Kontakt, you're gonna have to do almost the same procedure. You're gonna have to do some extra steps though. But yeah, this is pretty much it. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button or share it or whatever you want. And if you want to see more videos like that in the future, which I'm gonna make, hopefully about Reaper or some plugins or whatever, make sure to subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. Have fun.